What's up, homies? Mr. Mayfield again. I'm upside down. Hey, backflip. Yeah, that was impressive. I know. All right, so here we go. We got a piece of paper right here. What you're going to do is make a foldable. It's all about how thermal energy transfers. Not transforms or changes, but transfers. How it moves. So we're going to fold it like this. I think that's called hot dog style. And you're going to kind of like cut it into 3 different flaps right here. So you'll take this right here and cut it like here and here so that there's 3 flaps. You want them to be roughly equal. If they're not perfectly equal, it's okay. Now make sure you don't cut the back part. You only want to cut the top of the flap right here, so you got 3 flaps now, because there's 3 different ways that thermal energy moves. Now I'm going to use different colors to make it more prettyful, but you can do it all in pencil if you want to. The first way we're going to talk about is called convection. So I'm going to go to the top flap and write convection. The second way that thermal energy moves that we're going to talk about today is radiation. And the third is conduction. These are the 3 different ways that thermal energy can transfer or move. So we'll open this up. Basically on this side we're going to draw a picture of what it looks like, and on this side we're going to write some notes. Now over here we got convection is the transfer of heat by movement through a medium like air or water. So air or water could be the medium. When we say medium, this is talking about the need for something for the energy to move through. Space out in space, there's no air, there's no water, there's no nothing. It's literally empty space, and you can't have convection out in space because it requires some type of medium. Okay, so like water or air, this usually happens in gases and liquids. Convection. Okay, now what happens is we're going to draw a picture and we'll talk about what happens. Let's draw a picture on this side. I'm going to draw probably the best pot that you've ever seen before. Yep, that's the top of it. Okay, I'm going to draw a handle on it. Gosh, this thing is turning out even better than I expected. So beautiful. Okay, so this is a pot right here. And then, you put it on the stove. And there's like these little flames. I know. You guys are shocked. You didn't know I could draw so well, huh? Beautiful flames underneath there. Handle flames. And then this pot's going to have some, water in it. Okay, now, where the where the flame is touching the bottom of the pot is where it's going to get the hottest. So the water down here, let me zoom in here a little bit. The water down here at the bottom is going to heat up first. Now what happens is the hot water becomes less dense. Okay? So because it's less dense, that means it's going to float up to the top. It's going to move up to the top. Things that are less dense float. Things that are more dense sink. So think about this water. It was down here close to the bottom where it was the hottest, and it went up because it got less dense. Well, now it's up here and it's away from the heat, so it's going to start to cool off. Now, as it cools off, it's going to return to being more dense. So as it becomes more dense, it's going to cause it to sink. So you have this cycle. It's going to heat up and rise to the top because it's less dense, and then cool off, become more dense, and sink back to the bottom. And this will happen over and over again. It'll go up and down, up and down. Another great example of this is a lava lamp. Lava lamps have a bulb at the bottom that gets really hot, and it heats it, and it can cause the little blobby stuff in there. I don't know if it's wax or what, but to become less dense because it's hotter, and it will go all the way up to the top, and then it will cool down and sink back to the bottom, and that will continue over and over and over again. So this is convection. Now, I want to point out that, again, usually it happens in liquids and gases, okay? And it's caused by differences in density. When things get hot, they become less dense. When they cool off and become cold, they become more dense. Okay? If it's less dense, it's going to rise. If it's more dense, it's going to sink. All right, so that's convection. Start another video for radiation here in a minute.